All right, so number one is getting the dough out the container. If you got any creases, make sure to get some flour. I'm using rice flour here. Get in between, cut it. If you got anything on the sides or corners of the bowl, make sure to cut it. And you want to take some of that flour that you got and use it to get under the dough. Helps it so it doesn't stick to the spatula. And I'm going to start with what's called one step. It's okay to use a good bit of flour first. The first thing I'm going to do for one step, it's probably the hardest way to do it, but I'm basically going to make a cornicione while I stretch it like this. So the side that was on top is on the bottom. And what I'm doing is one hand is staying still, kind of planting, the other is stretching outwards, turning, and then my right hand is going right in between where my two were right there. So boom, that spot right in between, boom, and then that's where table stretching is over with. It's okay to kind of make it a little even by pressing. You can, don't be afraid to use a little more rice flour, whatever flour you're using. Semolina's good, cornmeal's good, semola's good, a mix of your white flour and cornmeal's good. So to slap, first when it's small like this, you literally just want to get it to the other hand and back. And then once it gets bigger, some will hang off. You want to keep it that way. It's turning about 90 degrees as it goes from one hand to the other. And it even kind of goes up like that. I'm even stretching it as it goes across. And then you can do the boxer where you got your fists, you're staying to the outside, and basically one side's going out and that spot in the middle is going to go to my other hand. So just like that. And to place it, you want to place the side farther away from you first and then come back, just like that. Now I'll show you two-step. Two-step is where it's pretty similar, except first you're gonna score it and make a cornicione manually. And you're gonna, it's like a timeout. The left hand or your right, if you're righty, will stay still and just hold a wall, while the other one, about a pinky length from it, will just go in. And you wanna go under it so that the dough goes over my fingernail like that. So I made a nice divot. And I'm gonna go as far as I can till it's awkward, turn it, do the same thing, turn it, boom. Needs a little more flour, kind of sticky. This dough is 70% hydration, so, and I'm acting like it's a lot lighter, or a lot less hydration. So then I'm gonna do the next step just like I did before, but I pre-made my cornicione. You can also do the slap from this point, or the Neapolitan slap, which is where the curve of your last three fingers will plant on this side, and then you'll pick up the dough with those three this way. It's like 10 and 2 like a steering wheel. You'll go out, over, and back down, and then you'll reset, and you can even catch it to keep going. And you can take your time in between if you need to, like that. Practice catching it so you can go right into the next one. And then same thing with the slap. I want to try to get 4 of these on here. All right, now 3-step. Now you're gonna do, the next step you're adding is degassing. So get yourself a nice bath for you. Draw a line in the middle, imaginary line. And then when your last 3 fingers, you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. And see how I got a lot of air out here? Flip it over. Now your line's right here, same thing. 1, 2, 3. and keep doing that till it's where you want. If you want, you can turn it 90. Do the same thing. You can even turn it 45. Whatever you want to do. You can either go straight into the slap, which a lot of Neapolitans do, or you can now make your wall. So this is one of the best ways to make pizza right here, to make nice pizza with a nice crust. So that's normal. You can also do like a degassed wall, where instead of keeping this hand straight, you're gonna actually kind of attack it with it. So it's something like that. And now you can see, you really get that wall there. Once again, you're gonna go in here. Some people like to turn it over and do the same thing this way. That also makes a nice crust. And it's up to you which side you want to be, top and bottom. This one I'm going to do the top as a top. It is up to you, because the outside, the real cornicione, will be the top whichever way you do it. So if you do it with the top on top, what will happen is you'll create a layer like a shield from the sauce, where if you do the bottom side on top, since it's porous, the sauce will kind of go into it that way. So now for Neapolitan, it's basically what I said without forming the wall. So you're going to degass it again. So you got something good, you're going to go straight into that slap. So this, I can see I rolled it weird. I got a little thin spot there, but you can always hold it into the light and see where your thin spots are, either to fix them or to just see where you're at. So here I got some nice crusts. I'm gonna olive oil them. I'm gonna sell these as bread tomorrow. It's pre-made crusts. And here's another thing. So generally, these are 280 gram dough balls, or 10 ounces. What you can also do, if you want to make a large, this will be 20 ounces, so it's going to be a big large. Keep the porous side unfloured and carefully stick it together, and you can pinch this together if you want. You don't have to, but it'll make it seem more like one. And then you can do the same thing you were just doing. Now, no matter what, the side that's on top will be the top, this way. And again, I'm doing the boxer, where my left hand's planted, my right hand goes out, and the spot right in between goes to my next hand, the plant hand. And the 70% hydration I was being a little rough with. I got a few holes. To fix holes, go from the inside out, because if you go the other way, you'll make like a divot in the crust. So and there, I'm all fixed, ready to make a pizza. All right. Now, if you're in the pizzeria, Let's say you have stiff dough. If you have delicate dough, just be delicate. You got to be able to use dough that's, you know, overproofed and soft. It's part of the game. So now you can do what's called pre-stretch. Let's say it's about to be really busy. You can just leave it degassed and make a pile, and it actually helps to get all your dough out and floured. You could do what's called the pancake method, where you kind of just degass the middle a little bit. Put your next flour dough right there, degass the middle a little bit. What you don't want to do is just stack them and then press them all. It's really important you degass the middle like that. And you can flip them and kind of push it down. I'm sure you guys seen that in some of my videos. And you can go and pre-score some doughs and put them aside, especially when they're stiff. If you let them relax like that, they'll become a lot easier to work with. If you want to go a step further than that, whether you're doing one step, two step, or whatever, you can just table stretch and set them aside. Make sure you got some flour in between. And make a stack, so then when you're ready and you got to make a bunch of orders, you can just grab from your stack. So again, I'll try to do this one just quick and fast and in a hurry. You can see I'm kind of doing variations of all of them. So it really depends on what you want. I like something rustic, so I like to just degass it and go from there. But that's how you stretch some pizza dough.